I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So the season is right around the corner. As we all know, the defense, new and improved, will look very different. A lot of new faces, but these new faces will play a major role in how the defense performs. Baby, let me repeat it. The new faces that the Vikings have acquired will play a major role in how the defense performs. Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, Theo Jackson, not considered a new face. He's been on the squad for a while, but at the end of the day, he's finally going to get his chance, his opportunity to start, play alongside alongside Smith, alongside Metellus. So he's going to be on the field, a projected starter, right? Heavy, bro. Harrison Phillips, not a new face, but Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, they should help him elevate his game. You hear me? The better the players up front, the better Harrison Phillips should perform. Now, he's been solid. Has he been elite? Has he been a juggernaut on the interior? Hell to the no. But it's been a lot of questions, a lot of lack of talent. Now you bring in two elite players. I don't care what nobody talking about their age, etc. You bring in two elite players who are upper echelon at their positions. Put them alongside Harrison Phillips. That could turn him into an elite player. Man sharpen man, iron sharpen iron. It allows Harrison Phillips to really show his game, right? Show his skills, maneuver around. It allows Brianflores to put players in different positions all around the field, right? Now, Brianflores, I have no questions with him. He's proven himself, proven what he can do. Now you give him a roster he wants, players he has identified and loves. Oh, man, the sky's the limit, huh? Matter of fact, it's no limit. That's what it's about. So Brianflores, the only questions, I won't even call it concerns, questions I would call it, is his in-game adjustments sometimes, correct? We've seen him take too long to make the shift, stay in one defense, become predictable, allow teams to either run up and down the field, short pass, pick them apart up and down the field. So that's the only thing he needs to change and adapt to. In-game decisions, in-game adjustments, huh? Very similar to Kevin O'Connell and his lack of in-game awareness sometimes. But that's all comes with repetition, comes with time. But overall, we know who Brianflores is as a defensive coordinator, huh? His football IQ, baby. Oh, top of the charts. Top of the charts, right? Do-rag swinging and banging. But top of the charts, man. Can't compare him to no other, period. Elite, maybe even the best. But if all these players execute on the field, execute the program, the scheme perfectly or very good, oh, man. You looking at a number one defense last season, they were what? Top 5 in majority of categories? So with added talent, more depth with talent, huh? And don't forget other names, the Taki Tamanis, the Rodriguezes. These guys are going to get better. They're going to develop more. Huh? Don't forget about them. You can't just throw a player out the door because he didn't produce as much as we wanted him to do year one. Do we forget about development? That's why when that whole Dallas Turner bullshit article came out, they talking about, oh, Turner might be a bust. The Vikings wasted a draft pick. The man's only a year in, not even a full year in. Give the man a chance to develop, adapt. How many players have we seen have a breakout year, third season, fourth season, huh? Some players even the fifth season when they go to a different team, get around the right staff, correct? Different energy, different atmosphere, different environment. Yeah, dog, that changes everything. So don't forget about younger players stepping up alongside of the veterans, the Jonathan Allens, Hargraves, Phillips, the rotation, baby, period. The defense will be elite. If everyone does their job, is on the same accord, comes in, week out, dialed the hell in, playing Vikings football, mentally prepared, physically able and ready, and we know health will play a major role. Can these new guys stay healthy? That's the biggest concern for me right now with the Jonathan Allen, Roll Tide full of pride, with the Javon Hargrave. We know who they are as players. The big question, can these guys stay on the field, stay available? Same thing with certain players on the offense. Christian Darrisaw. We know who he is as a left tackle. We know he's probably arguably the best left tackle in the game, if not the best. Top 2, top 3, hands down, man down, no debating. You hear me? Believe that. So the question isn't talent. What can he do? What can he not do? Kill that noise. And once again, don't get caught up in the age bracket they're in. That's what analysts and experts love to do. Why? It's the easiest thing to reach to. Oh, he's old. Oh, he's 32. Oh, he's 33. So what? Come on, bro. I don't care what your age is. If you're still producing at a high level, that's all that matters, homie. You hear me? Bottom line. So I'm not worried about this roster. This roster is stacked. Not only with great players, with a great coaching staff. And I believe Brianflores is going to put every player in position to succeed. He's proven that already. You take a team and he's only 2 years in, and you change the whole chemistry of the defense, the whole energy, huh? Not just the play-by-play maneuvers, right? Action, but you change the character of this defense, the physicality, with the lack of talent. So don't get caught up in the hype, baby. Some of these analysts, so-called experts, people who have never took a snap, heard a hut hike on the field for real, just talking. They JT, they just talking, man. They know nothing about football for real. Half the time they haven't even seen a Vikings game. Just like the so-called PFF experts, analysts, grading players, sit back on a computer, punching a button, not watching one snap. I guarantee they don't watch the Vikings like that. I guarantee they haven't seen one game. Period. Care what they talking about. What does the eye test say? What it says for the Vikings, they need interior. They need physicality. They need juggernauts up front, and they have that. They went out, attacked, and got it. Shout out to Quasi. Huh? Period. Now let's see what happens. Boom. Now let's see what happens when it's fair ball, fair play. Last year, the boys should have damn near made a playoff push, a playoff run. But the interior O-line messed them up, ruined them, dog, held them back. Not only them, a lot of factors played a role. But we know what it is. So believe me when I tell you, across the league, NFL players, coaches, staff, they know. They feel the energy. They know what's coming. And ain't no team who want to see the Vikings next season, next year. I don't care what nobody talking about. Period. They know what the Vikings about to do. They know what they're capable of, huh? They know the great players they have signed. Period. Shaking in their boots. Shaking in their boots. Let's get it. We run the North. Not only the North, we run the NFC. Period. Get into these articles, man. Let's get into these articles, homie. Believe that. First, we're going to break down the Flores and his new duo. That's what I want to get into first. Next, we got Theo Jackson. But first, I want to break this new duo down. You hear me? New Vikings duo ranked among NFL's best. Let's go. One of the major issues the Minnesota Vikings faced last season was that they were a playoff team, but not a genuine contender. And a complete lack of interior pass rush contributed to that problem. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah moved to remedy that with two significant signings in free agency. And the new Vikings duo is ranked among the league's best, according to Pro Football Focused. Finally, they get something right. Huh? Vikings territory looks at where a new Vikings duo ranks amongst their counterparts across the league. The two men in question are Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, two veteran interior pass rushers with a reputation for getting after the quarterback, were exactly what Minnesota needed to boost this defense. Both men experienced injury problems in 24 that led to down years, which in turn improved their availability. And that's what it's about, availability, homie. You put them on the field, let them play, let them run around, let it rip, dog. They're elites. Two of the best. Injuries, part of the process. So hopefully they can stay healthy the whole season, if not the whole season, majority of the season. And if they do suffer an injury, hopefully it's not season ending or they miss numerous weeks. The recovery should be quickly and swiftly. You know, that's all you can shoot for. but it's part of the game. You can't evade it. Every team deals with it. So when they say, oh, you got to worry about injuries, I don't care if it's a young player, a rookie, a veteran, no matter the age, anybody can get hurt any given damn Sunday. Kill that noise. Look at J.J. McCarthy, prime example. Rookie, first year in, high expectations, boom. Injury in the preseason. Wasn't a regular season game, wasn't a playoff game. The man got hurt preseason. Freak injury out of nowhere. He didn't even know he was hurt until the next day. Knee hurting. Let me go check on that thing round yonder. Torn meniscus, surgery out for the season. Boom. We see how he bounced back, recovered, salute. Shout out to him for not giving in. But injuries happen. Hopefully these guys, the Viking staff, training staff, nutritionists, right? Strength and conditioning coaches, and they can stay healthy majority of the season. But that's why you have depth. Other players stepping in. I like Taki Tamani a lot. I keep reiterating it. I love Taki Tamani. I feel like he's a big boy, a big dog. He can shed some of that baby fat, become stronger, quicker. He can be elite as well, bruh. A true sleeper, potentially. Let's get it. Hargrave suffered a torn triceps in week 3 last season, which ended his season. San Francisco decided to release him in March, and the Vikings pounced to sign the 32-year-old immediately at a 2-year, $30 million contract. Allen was also released in March after Washington failed to find a trade partner. Having missed a significant portion of the middle of the season due to a partially torn pectoral muscle, Allen returned at the end of the season in Washington's playoff run, and he balled. Last 2 weeks versus Detroit, he balled. Versus the Eagles, he balled. Talking about he's 32, he's washed up, he ain't got it no more. What? Says who? Says who in what army? Cap. It was a surprise they were so keen to move on from the man that have been the dominant force on their defensive line for the last 8 years. Minnesota quickly moved to sign the 30-year-old to a 3-year, $60 million contract. PFF has been releasing a series of articles where they rank the top 32 players for each position group. In their interior defender rankings, both Allen and Hargrave made the list, in which they should have. Allen came in at number 29, while Hargrave was 1 place lower at 30. And that's pretty low if you ask me, but I'm sure they added the injuries in there. Got to think about that. Got to take that into consideration. Got to do that. You can't ignore it. They've been injury prone, so it is what it is. Let's take a look at what PFF said about the new Vikings duo and their respective rankings. The younger of the two, Allen, should have more tread left on the tires, hence the longer contract. He also finished last season healthy, so his higher ranking is to be expected. A 2-time Pro Bowler, Allen has been one of the best interior defenders in the league over recent years. But what are the Vikings getting in 2025? Here is what PFF had to say. Here we go with PFF shit. Allen is getting up there in age, now 30 years old, and will be settling in with the new team in 25. But he should still be a strong veteran presence for the Vikings. His 56.0 PFF overall grade last season was a career low, but he also earned a 68.5 PFF pass rush grade and is only 2 years removed from the back-to-back single season grades in the 80.0 range. It was a down season for Allen last year, but if he can stay healthy, he is still young enough to recapture form close to his best. That's what everyone will be hoping for in Minnesota. I expect him to be one of the Vikings' top players on the defensive line this season. Let's get it. Now we got Javon Hargrave. Hargrave has moved up around the league during his 9-year career, spending time in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and now Minnesota, possibly his last stop. Before last year's very shortened season, Hargrave had been voted to 2 of the previous 3 Pro Bowls with 25.5 sacks across that period. That shows you he's a dog, a big dog in that interior, homie. Here is what PFF had to say. Like Jonathan Allen, Hargrave will dine new threads this season. Also similar to Allen, he is coming off a career-low 60.6 PFF overall grade. But his 73.3 PFF pass rush grade hopefully hints that there is still an impact role for him to play on the Vikings defensive line. Hargrave recorded PFF pass rush grades above 82.0 in each of the previous 4 seasons. The boy's a dog. Hargrave's success in Minnesota will largely depend on his role. If all has gone well with the rehabilitation of his injury, there should still be plenty of juice left in Hargrave's pass rush repertoire. And that's just what it is. And that's it for that article. And I ain't got to sit and dwell on it. That explains it right there. Boom. If Hargrave can stay on the field, stay healthy, come on, bro. Come on. We're talking about a spectacular interior. Next article, next subject, Theo Jackson. High expectations for Theo Jackson. Major opportunity for Theo Jackson. Will he seize the moment? Will he take full advantage of the moment? That's the big question for Theo Jackson, right? A lot riding on this year for him. A lot riding on this year for him. Theo Jackson, one of those guys who just been waiting for his opportunity, right? Staying down till he get his chance, till he come up. No, he finally gets his chance. You talk about him as an athlete, no question. The size is there. The speed is there, right? Agility, power, awareness right now. Then he has more experience. He's been sitting back, learning from Cam Bynum, learning from brianflores, learning from Harrison Smith, soaking up all the information, soaking up all the game. Now he finally gets a chance to put it on display. Heavy. This is what we've been waiting for. It's been a lot of hype around Theo Jackson every time he's gotten on the field. The last 2 years versus Philly, made splash plays, flash plays, correct? Versus who was it? The Seattle Seahawks last season. Game-sealing, game-winning interception. So everything about him says success, ball player. But of course, availability, one. But he has to show it on the field. You can talk about it. Everybody can love him, love his game, love who he is as a man, a player on and off the field. But at the end of the day, he has to prove that, dog. The NFL is about what have you done for me now? What are you doing for me now at this moment in your career, homie? Coaches, players, etc. But this is his opportunity, homie. He's playing for a bag. He's definitely playing for a bag. It's all on the line. How bad does he want it now? That's the question. Heavy, period. No way around it. Let's get into it. Theo Jackson seizes the helm in Minnesota Vikings safety shuffle after top departure. In the world of professional football, opportunity often arises from the most unexpected circumstances. For Theo Jackson, a standout on special teams, this offseason has opened the door to a potentially pivotal role within the Minnesota Vikings defensive framework. As the team navigates the challenges of player departures, Jackson stands on the brink of transforming his career trajectory. Seizing the opportunity, will he seize it? The departure of a key player in Vikings safety lineup has left a significant void, one that Theo Jackson is primed to fill. Known for his agility and keen sense of the game, Jackson's contributions on special teams have not gone unnoticed. With the reshuffling of the roster, he now finds himself in a position to step into a more prominent defensive role. The transition from special teams to a critical defensive position is a testament to his versatility and readiness to embrace new challenges. From special teams to a defensive stalwart, Jackson's journey is emblematic of the hard work and perseverance required to succeed in the NFL. His ability to adapt and excel on special teams has laid a strong foundation for his potential success in the safety position. The skills honed through relentless practice and in-game experience have prepared him for this moment. As he transitions, Jackson brings a fresh perspective and energy to the Vikings defense, promising to inject new life into their strategies. Period. Let's get it. Let's win, dog. A strategic shift for the Vikings. The Vikings' decision to elevate Jackson with their rank is not merely a response to necessity, but a strategic move that could redefine their defensive approach. His presence in the safety room introduces a dynamic element, blending youthful enthusiasm with a deep understanding of the game. This shift highlights the team's commitment to nurturing talent from within and underscores the importance of adaptability and maintaining competitive edge. It's what it's about, bro. Development, player development, coaching player relationships. And what have we seen with Brian Flores? Make players better, improve a player's game quickly and swiftly, homie. You hear me? Period. Looking ahead. As Theo Jackson prepares to take on his new challenge, the anticipation surrounding his performance is palpable. His journey from special teams ace to a key defender to a key defensive player is a narrative of growth and opportunity. For the Vikings, Jackson's rise offers a glimpse into a future where new leaders emerge from within, ready to uphold the legacy of excellence. The upcoming season will undoubtedly be a testament to his resilience and the strategic foresight of the Vikings coaching staff. In conclusion, Theo Jackson's ascent within the Minnesota Vikings is a story of seizing opportunity and embracing change. As he steps into his new role, both he and the team stand poised to redefine expectations and achieve new heights. This transition not only highlights Jackson's individual potential, but also reflects the broader dynamics of the team evolution in professional sports. And let's get it, dog. Real, well written, huh? Heavy. and that's basically it for Theo Jackson in a nutshell. It's on him, baby. It's on him. The time is now. He playing for that bag, playing for that respect, playing for that starting position. Can't bite him out of there. They released him for a reason. They didn't draft a safety for a reason. We all remember draft night. What decision will they make? They attack the trenches. Cool, boom, we cool with it. Donovan Jackson in the building. Eat heavy, dog. Eat heavy. But me and other Vikings fans, wanted them to draft Emmanuel Warray, physical specimen at safety, expected to come in right away and play. But I respect the Vikings move even more now. They showed even more belief in Theo Jackson, right? That shows you the respect, the level of respect they have for Theo Jackson. The progress, the work he has put in. They are giving him a chance. They're saying, hey, dog, boom, you want it, you got it. This is your shot. Now, how bad do you want it, homie? How bad does Jackson want it? Period. Once in a lifetime chance for him. All the marbles on the table. Is he ready, dog? Is he ready to bite? Period. A lot of barking been going on. Now, can he go bite down, grip that thing round yonder, homie? We're going to see. We going to see what the business is. What the business is with Jackson. Period. I'm anticipating him balling. Picking up where he left off. Being a ball hawk at the highest level. Woohoo! And we know what Brian Flores does with his players as far as player development, dog. One thing he can do, put players in the best position, have them boys ready, and bring the best out of them. Yeah. Oh, man. It's finna get real spooky round yonder. Real spooky. Believe that. Believe me. Fire them comments up. Let me know how you feel about the video, dog. How do you feel about the defense as a whole and the new faces, huh? Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell. You hear me? Big SKOL here. SKOL Vikes. Win, lose, or draw. Guess what? Forever. We run the North. Believe that. Yeah.